Good morning. My name is Rebecca Kaplan, and I'm very, very proud to be the Labor candidate as well as the Democratic Party candidate for the Oakland City Council At-Large seat. We have an election coming up this November 4th, and the voters of Oakland will be choosing a new citywide council member.
Okay, running for the council to represent the whole city. Why are you doing this to yourself?
I'm doing this to myself because I don't want to be one of those crazy people who just sits at home and yells at the TV. I know that Oakland can do better than this. I know that Oakland can be the kind of city that is thriving and vibrant and treats people with respect, that we can revitalize our economy and have good local jobs, that we can have places to shop and the tax revenue that comes to City Hall to support the basic services we need. And I have worked throughout my adult life in public policy, and I know how to find the money, how to balance budgets, how to work with coalitions to make the changes we need, and I want to live in the Oakland that I know we can build together.
Mayor Dellums just gave us all the reasons how we got into our current $42 million deficit. So how do you think we got here, and what would you do about it?
Well, Oakland has a variety of different problems that all came to a head at the same time. We have a housing crisis with foreclosures and declining properties, which leads to a reduction in the tax revenue from that source. At the same time, Oakland also has the lowest sales tax yield in the state. That means people are not shopping in Oakland, and in fact, Oakland residents travel outside the city to shop, and we lose about $2 billion a year in sales, which represents millions of dollars of city revenue and thousands of jobs that we're losing because we're not doing enough to promote our local businesses, to promote local shopping, to promote local job generating opportunities. And so we need to take those kinds of steps that are going to shore up our revenue permanently.
Are Oaklanders being especially hard hit by the foreclosure crisis?
Yes, Oakland has one of the highest rates of foreclosure in the nation. And what that means is not only that individual families are losing their homes, which by itself is already a tragedy, it also means the city loses revenue, and then we don't have the funds we need to provide for our services. And it destroys neighborhoods because the foreclosed properties then sit vacant, they become magnets for blight and crime, and they destroy the quality of life for the whole community around them. And one of the projects I will work on immediately if I'm elected is to create programs that would allow working families in Oakland to buy up these vacant foreclosed properties, fix them up, which is also going to create more local jobs, and then move back into them so that we strengthen our neighborhoods while providing affordable housing to our community.
As part of the mayor's budget presentation, he sort of presented the idea of laying off 84 current employees as a sort of least bitter pill that the city can swallow right now. What do you think about that? Are there, naturally everyone, the whole thing is a bitter pill. What's wrong with his view of the situation?
Well, what we're being presented with is sadly an array of bad choices. You know, whether we're talking about furloughs or layoffs, in either case, city services suffer, the workers suffer, and so it's a delicate balancing act. But what I believe that I could add to the conversation, what I believe has been missing from the conversation, is looking at what we're doing to pursue funding. There are agencies that give out money regularly for the very kinds of programs Oakland needs, whether it's foreclosure rescue funding, funding for street and road improvements, pedestrian safety, transportation improvements, transit-oriented development. And Oakland is usually not at the table when these agencies are giving out money. And so from my perspective, that's one of the missing pieces in our financial discussion. What are we doing to improve Oakland's ability to land that money? Oakland gets back less in tax dollars than we pay out to the state and federal government. And we need to turn that around. And that's one of the things that I will commit to working on as the at-large council member.
Any last words for our members of SEIU 51?
Well, I think it is crucial to have leadership in City Hall that treats the workers with respect, that takes into account workers' ideas and suggestions and vision in our decision making, and that builds the kind of community we can all be proud of. The election is November 4th. Please do get out and vote. Tell your friends. My name is Rebecca Kaplan, and I'd be very honored to represent you on the Oakland City Council at-Large seat.